All right, this is a lot. My eye goes to one of my favorite films right away, and I'll take it. Onibaba, a very, very special film.
Hey guys, it's Croup. I love checking out weird films that fly over a lot of people's radar. Up until only a few days ago, I had never heard of the film Onibaba. My good friend Hanekaii brought it up to me and we both decided to give it a watch. It's a Japanese horror film from 1964. It's one of Willem Dafoe's favorite films, which brought a lot of attention to the movie. According to William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist, it is the scariest film he has ever seen. Now that's a high bar. When looking at some reviews online, people state that it is a horror masterpiece and possibly one of the greatest films of all time. Okay, well what did I think about it? I'm leaning more into the mixed aspect. But let's talk about the plot. Onibaba takes place during the 14th century. A civil war is ongoing and we follow our two main characters. A mother and her daughter-in-law who have been keeping themselves busy by killing samurai and warriors, selling anything of value they carry. This has kept them by throughout the war until a certain character arrives that really complicates things. They had been waiting for Kichi to arrive, the son of the mother and of course, husband to the daughter-in-law. But instead, you get this guy. This is Hachi, a fellow neighbor and friend of Kichi. However, Kichi did not survive the war. He breaks the news to them and talks about the atrocities of war. Now that the daughter-in-law is a widow, Hachi starts creeping up on this girl and following her around and like doing these weird cat swings at her. I don't know what that's about. Soon after, Kichi's wife starts an affair with Hachi, running after him almost every night. This sparks jealousy within the mother. Not only does she not approve their relationship, but she also tries to get Hachi for herself, which he wasn't having any of that. This takes us to the final act of the film, which is personally my favorite part of the film. A masked samurai with a demon mask shows up, asking for directions to Kyoto. The mother takes the samurai to this hole that we've been seeing for the whole film and tricks him into falling into it. She then takes the mask for herself to use it to scare her daughter-in-law away from Hachi. Now these are probably the most iconic moments from this movie. Just the shot of the mother wearing the demon mask in the middle of the field, in the middle of night, it's unsettling. It is unsettling. Eventually, the secret is revealed, but the mother can't seem to get the mask off. The daughter-in-law believes she is being punished for her sins, but ends up helping her take the mask off by smashing her face with a mallet. Mask comes off, daughter-in-law thinks she's a demon. Cool, interesting, artsy ending, and then boom, that's Onibaba for you. Now I mentioned earlier that I was a little more mixed on this movie than most. However, I do like a lot of things in this film. Kaneto Shindo crafts a one-of-a-kind horror movie that I really haven't seen a whole lot like it. It's got a unique atmosphere and vibe that only really this movie has. The cinematography in this movie is top-notch. There's a lot of shots in this movie that have something to say about the characters themselves. There's a lot of dialogue and monologue scenes that are all done in one big shot. Also, the acting in this movie is really fucking good. There are some long monologue scenes that is just really impressive, the range that they have. I also love how secluded this movie feels. You don't really get to see the war. It's only really talked about through the characters' experiences and struggles. Horror movies work a lot better when you're secluded to one location, and Onibaba is one of those films. Now this is all impressive stuff. This film definitely helped push the filmmaking industry forward. However, I just find a lot of this movie so fucking boring. There's a lot of scenes in this movie where it feels like it's dragging its feet, showing the characters just walking through a field, or Hachi walking through a lake for at least a solid minute, I feel like.
Wow, finally something happens.
There's a lot of scenes of the characters just eating and nothing else is really going on. There's a lot of sex scenes that are really drawn out and doesn't need to be that long. The movie really doesn't start until the samurai shows up, which is about an hour into the movie. So you got a whole hour of all this walking around and washing clothes and cooking food and walking in lakes and all that stuff. The final act of the film is very good, and I highly recommend the movie just for that ending alone. But getting there is kind of a chore, in my opinion. Is it a horror masterpiece? No, I don't think so, personally. Is it a good horror movie? Yes, it is. It's a very good horror movie. It's a unique horror experience that you're not going to get anywhere else. So would I recommend Onibaba? Yes, I would. I do have to warn you, it's going to be a little hard to get through at first. But it does pay off in the end, in my opinion. I'm going to give Onibaba a 3 out of 5 stars. Hey, I got a croup tune for you. You should check out Hanekaii and Jeffrey on Spotify. They're two really good friends of mine, and Hanekaii actually made a lot of the background music in this video. They're making some really wild and interesting music that I really fuck with. So if you like my weird fucking videos, then you better go check out their music. As a personal recommendation, my favorite song of theirs would have to be I Licked the Sun. It is incredible. Please go listen to it. And while you're at it, be on the lookout for Hanekai's EP that's dropping on February 21st. He's super excited about it. I'm super excited about it. Please check it out when it drops. It's gonna be great. Or else I'm gonna cry a lot. And you don't want that. So that's it. We just watched the best movie ever made. Now don't mind me. I'm gonna go bounce my way through Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. So I'll see you all later.